Hey, welcome back. It's part 3. I'm going to work on the tree, the surfer silhouette, and start on the palm fronds. So let's get this thing started. And if you didn't know, my name's Mike. If you're joining me for the first time, you can go back and see the other 2 videos on my Surf Shack Creations page. And let's get this thing started. I have just 3 colors today: black, white, and a brown color. To be precise, it's burnt umber. Burnt umber. Yeah. So I'm gonna put in the all the dark parts. Maybe I'll put some highlights on them. Let's get this thing started. I know I already said that, but I'm gonna say it again. Get my chair since I'm kind of working down low here. I'm going to start off with the base coat of black on the trunk of the tree. This is a palm tree. Let's just get right in here. Take a 1/2-inch square brush I'm using. These are acrylic paints. They cover so nicely. These over here get this edge while I'm thinking about it. That tree root just kind of wraps right on around. Hopefully my head is not in the way. Something like that. Cool thing about a palm tree is it's kind of got some wonkiness to it, so I don't think I'm going to go over the sign. Normally I would just paint over the sign, but I'm not going to paint over it right now. I'm just going to paint around it. Less touch up. And then I don't have to bury the black paint. So yeah, let's just paint around it. And this is going to go all the way down into the sand. Go right over my marker. Bury that marker. I like to use my little pinky as a stopper where my hand doesn't shake too bad. Of course, a little shaky hand on a palm tree edge wouldn't be a bad thing. I'm going to stop right there. I'll bring this across. I'm going to carefully float right across the ocean. I'm going to go right across that ocean. Just cover it up. I'm keeping a good bit of paint in my brush. I always like to reload the brush so I get good coverage. And now just fill in between the lines. Ooh, but that marker is showing still. Cover that marker up. Just like that. I'm not going to give any kind of a defined edge there. Let's just kind of leave it choppy. Not like that. The shaky hand stroke. All right, so we'll let that dry, and then we'll put in some more color. For now, I'm gonna work on the Silhouette Surfer. For now, I'm going to just put that in the water, let it soak. Get a small brush. This is a little flat brush. This will be good for the sign. I think I'm just going to put a little coat of white on it, just so it has a little base coat. This is an old weathered sign, so it's going to have some age on it. So I'm going to put a broke up ends on it. Just a quick coat of white, just to kind of bury the orange sky beneath it. Just quickly place in some white. Not quite sure what color I'm going to do this sign. I think I'm going to do it really dark, because obviously it is a silhouette. But there's going to be enough light on it. I feel like there's going to be enough light to just kind of read it. Just going to have a street number on it. It's going to be 65th Avenue. Great little break. Got to go down there and surf it a couple times. The right winds, the right swell direction. It's a fun wave. I like that right there. Just enough to kind of bury some of that orange. Yep. All right, let's drop that in the water. Let's work on that little surfer guy here. Clean up that brush. This is the fun part. Be real careful. Come a long ways to mess it up now. Try to get a little chiseled edge on this little teeny brush. Load it up with paint. Notice I'm working on the left side first and then work to the right side. That way I don't drag my hand through the paint. I love doing silhouettes. It's just, I don't know. It's fun. Get away with a little bit of mistakes here and there. Put it in your shoulder. Just like that. Carefully paint his hair. Other shoulder. Let's go ahead and give him a pair of trunks. Probably gonna have to get a smaller brush for his legs. Looks like this guy was riding a shortboard today. Maybe he's thinking about going out right before dark. Go surfing with the sharks. That's no fun. That's a nice surfboard, dude. Nice surfboard. All right. Let's just kind of lock in that. I'll come back with the smaller brush later. Kind of like the way that looks right there. Palm tree is still drying. I'm gonna smooth out some of these lumpy sections. Maybe they'll dry a little quicker. All right, I think we'll go ahead and place in some sand around the bottom of that. I decide what brush I want to use. Too many choices. I think I'm just going to use this 1/2 inch flat. Yep. Just use this 1/2 inch flat. All right, I got some white and some burnt umber. Some more white. Some more burnt umber. See, the sun's coming this way. A little bit more shadow on the back side of this tree. Just kind of making it look like the sand has taken over this one section right here. A mound of sand right there. Probably have to do 2 coats. We'll see. We will see. Actually, I will see. I like it. I like it. Thinking about trying to put a little bit of footsteps since I got the black and white, a little bit of brown. Let's see. Maybe he was Maybe he came down this way. Maybe walked around the tree. Footstep there. Gotta stagger the footsteps. So 1, 2. Yeah, some footsteps in the sand. I like it. 1, 2. The other one would be about here. 3. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right up to the shore. Too much brown. Yeah, I like that. That was good. A couple footprints. All right, we'll see. That black is getting pretty close to being dry. I think we'll put some. Let's put some highlights on that tree. I'm just going to use the burnt umber and some white. Go right to the edge. A teeny bit of black. Go right to the edge of the palm tree. I'm just kind of painting on the edge and then painting down, like the way the this side is got a little bit of light on it because the sunshine's hitting it. Whoop, went too far. It's gone. Now it's gone. Fully focusing. So quiet. Sometimes I like to play music while I paint, but today I'm kind of thinking let's just enjoy the quiet. Enjoy the quiet. I think as I go further up this, will be a little less colors. I kind of feel like the sun's going to be shining on this part of the tree a little more since the sun is further down on the horizon. Maybe get up here a little less, little less shadowing. Just a bit of brown, a little bit of white. Don't forget the edge. And put just a teeny bit of white here. No, maybe a little hard to see with the shining of the light. Little spot right there. I'm gonna put just a little bit more white right down here. Just brighten up that spot just a little bit. Yep, I like that. Just enough. I'm going to stop right there. And stop right there. I think on the surfboard I'm just going to put just a little bit of a highlight. Just a little bit of a highlight on his surfboard. Oh. I've got a little bit of black on my finger. Just on that edge, maybe just a tiny bit on his shoulder. And then let's put a little on this. Just a little bit right there. And then let's put a little on his shorts on this side. Just gives a little bit of the effect of the light hitting the edges there. I like that. All right, the sign. Let's just do black and this brown. Try to get my knuckles in the I'm determined to get my hand in that black paint. Sometimes it's kind of difficult to try to paint something without blocking your view. A little more burnt umber and some white. There's a little bit of black left in that brush too, which kind of works out nicely. This old wooden sign right here. I'm gonna squeeze over here on the left side. Hopefully, pardon my hat for a minute. Keeping a pretty good bit of paint on the brush, that way I don't need much pressure to keep it covering well. Trying to make this a dark sign, but just light enough where when I put the letters on there, you'll be able to read it. Obviously the sun going down, there's probably not much light on this side of the sign. Let's load the brush up so I can get one crispy edge right here. That's a good looking sign right there. All right, let's put a nail on the back of it so it kind of holds up. I'm just gonna use a little bit of paint on the back of this brush. Put a nail right there, a nail right there. That'll work. Let's wipe that off. All right, so that guy's done. Footprints, trunk. Need a little bit more paint down here. Color's gonna be dark on the back side because of shadowing. Like that. Looks good. Looks good. Nice soft transition there. All right. I think it was time to put in a couple pond fronds. The scary part. Take a step back and look at it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Looks good. I give it a thumbs up. Alright, so now we need to put in some palm fronds. So this tree's coming up. Probably like right in here. And then there's going to be some trees over here that's off in the distance you can't see.